Hi everybody, welcome to my hillside urban garden. Today we're going to be collecting some seeds. So it's November and we've already had a couple of frosty days, so some of the plants aren't looking so good. But I purposely let some of my plants go fallow. A zucchini can go fallow, you can collect the seeds from that. But today, right now, we're going to be collecting for radishes and dill and some basil. So we'll start with those three. Those seeds, all those seeds are very tiny and small. So the first thing that you're going to do, I recommend, is that you go get some Ziploc bags. Take a pen or a Sharpie and mark on there which ones you're planning on picking and put them in there, because they are so small that it'll keep them contained in each of these. And then I'll open the pods and put them in usually an envelope and mark that. I'll do that. We'll do that inside. I'll show you my process for that as well. So go get your Ziploc bags, mark them up, and go out in your garden and see what kind of seeds you collect. It doesn't have to be just vegetable seeds. See if you got some flower seeds. Maybe you got some zinnias out there. Collect those, or some marigolds. Same process. Get the bag, mark the bag, put the heads in there, and you can go ahead and sort the seeds out for next spring. So I'm going to pick up the camera and let's get started. Here's the first raised beds. We're going to start with the radishes. So you can see that I've got my bag all ready to go. And let's go in here. So you can see what these pods look like. So here's the radish pod, and I'm going to pick the pods and then we'll go inside and open them up, but the seeds are in there. Again, start with the dry ones. So I'm just going to pull them off. They come off very easy. So we're just going to pick a bunch of these. Pick as many as you want or as least as you want. How many seeds do you want? Sometimes you can get with another gardener and you guys can share. That's always fun too. So I'm just going to pick a bunch of these. Look at that. Didn't take very long at all. There's probably anywhere between 5 and 10 seeds in each pod. And those are radishes. There's like an Italian style that I planted here. So they were pretty good. A little hot. If you like hot, I would recommend those. So I'm going to put those in the bag. I'm going to pick a bunch of those, and then I'm going to go inside and we'll show you. Okay, so here's the basil, and you can see some of the basil is still green. So yes, I can still pick that and use all that, which I do. But some of it, look at that. Some of it is kind of started to die off. These are the flower spikes, and that's where the seeds are. If we look a little closer, we can see that the seeds are like in these little patches right here. They're little tiny black seeds, so they are very hard. I can't harvest them off the plant. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the spikes off, see, like that, and I'm going to put that in the bag. So I got my bag down here. So that's what we're going to put in the bag right there. So I'm going to go and I'm going to cut a bunch of spikes, put those in the bag, and we'll take those in the house and see if we can get the seeds to come off of the little spikes. So that's the basil. That's what you do. You just want to cut off the dried up spikes, and that's how I harvest those seeds. All right, on to the dill. Okay, so you can see we've got the dill here. If you can see it, can you see it really good? There it is. So these are the heads of the dill that dry. You see that, you see a lot, in canning and pickling and stuff like that. And the seeds are right there. See that? This is the seed heads, and there's little teeny tiny, like the basil, little tiny black seeds in there. So I don't know if I'm too late in getting these seeds or not, but I'm going to go ahead and what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut these heads off, and I'm going to stuff those into our Ziploc bag, and we'll see if we can get any seeds to come off of that. I've got seed heads here and some seed heads over here, so I'm just going to cut all those off since it's pretty spent. It's pretty spent for the season. And see if we can get those little seeds to present themselves. Okay, we're back in the kitchen. So we have the seeds that we just saved or harvest. We have the dill, we have the basil, and we have all the pods for the radishes. So now what I got to do is that I've got to find the seeds in here. And I've got some envelopes that I made up. Just mark what they are. Make sure they're paper envelopes, because you don't want to store seeds in the Ziploc bags because it could it promotes moisture and stuff like that. You want the seeds to continue to dry. So really, a paper envelope is the best. If you have some old greeting cards or something that you're not going to be using, or save the envelopes from the mail that you get, those are all good things. Just mark what they are and then the year that you took them. That's what I like to do. So I've got my envelopes ready. And I think we're going to start with the radishes today. So here are the little pods right here that we picked. Look at them, they're pretty big. So I'm going to shake them here into the Ziploc bag, and I've got my rolling pin. These pods are pretty thick. I could take the knife or my fingers and cut them open and get the seeds out, but I find that by using the rolling pin on these pods, a lot of the seeds will pop out, and that's a good first pass for the seeds. So let's see. So I'm just going to give it just kind of a medium, strength there. And you hear them cracking? And I can see seeds and stuff popping out. So this is just a good way just to kind of get the ball rolling for these. All right, so now, still in the bag, I'll shake them down. And you can see, but I can see little tiny seeds in there. So those are the ones that we're going to take out. So let's see here. All right, so we've got some seeds here. You can see them on the white here. All these little tiny little dots right here, those are the radish seeds. So you can see that if we took this, and here's the pod, if I took my fingers and opened it up, the little teeny tiny seeds are in there, see? Then they come out. So those are the seeds that we're gonna take and we're gonna put into our envelopes. Very easy. If you use a little cutting board or even, you know, a piece of regular like printer paper, that works as well too. So we're just gonna take this. And there we go, listen. We have some radish seeds for next year. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, those are the radishes, that's what we're gonna do. I'll go ahead and finish them up. It will take me a little while, but hey, it's a gloomy day outside, why not? I got time to do that. So with the dill seeds, we're gonna do something very similar. So I've got my envelope, right? I've got my envelope. So I'm gonna open the bag just a little bit. And you can see all the little tops are in there. And I'm doing the same thing with the roller here. Just going to give it a little press. So you can get some of those seeds out. All right. I can already see them already. So put my hand in there. You can see how they kind of look. They all kind of went on the bottom there. I'll put them some on out here, and you can see there are all the seeds for the dill. You can see that one was a lot easier because we didn't have the big pods we had to open. So all I'm going to do is we'll get that out. As I got my thing for that, we'll do the same thing. We're just going to take them and we're just going to shake them a little bit. And we're going to put them in there for next year. Now, if you want, especially the dill seeds, you can use those if you're going to be making some pickles or putting them in on something that you're going to be cooking. Just put them in a jar and you can use it for that as well, so that's fine too. But I'm going to use mine for, I'm going to use mine for the garden next year. Okay, so there's the dill. That was pretty easy, that one, wasn't it? So, and then we have the basil. Remember we had to pick the spikes because the seeds are in these little nodules here. The same thing, I opened it up and then I'm just going to use my rolling pin to see if I can get some of the seeds out. Boy, the seeds for these basil are super tiny. And they're little black seeds. So if you're not sure exactly what the seed is supposed to look like, just go ahead and Google it. You can see that. All right, so let's see if we can get some of the little black seeds to go to the bottom. Shake. Okay, let's see here. There we go. Now these are going to be a little more work. Okay, so it's very difficult to see, but they look like little black specks. Seriously, look like little black specks. But I can see just by doing that, yes, I do have some seeds right here. So right here, right in front right here, I've got my basil seeds, the little teeny tiny black seeds, look like dust almost. And I'm just going to put those in my envelope and then I'm going to have my seeds for next year. So I'm going to go and I'm going to process all these bags and get them in my envelopes and I'll have these ready for next year. Now I'm going to store them not inside a sealed bag. That would, I need to still have air. So if you have an open box or something, put them in there. An old card box or something would be good, or you know, up in a cabinet somewhere in your pantry. Go ahead and store them in there. So that's our seed saving for this year. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, please just leave a comment and I will get to them. And I hope you guys are having a good day. And I hope you are going to enjoy your seed saving experience. So thanks for watching our video today. And even though I don't have my hat because I'm inside, always remember to be safe in the garden. Always wear your hat and your sunscreen, even in the winter time. Thanks everyone for watching. Bye.